everyone. So, was anyone here alive during the pandemic? I sure was. And I decided that at age 15, that would be the best time to get a job, during a global catastrophe. So, here's me at McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's in 2020 during the summer. And let me tell you, it is a fucking oven, okay? I think McDonald's knows how bad the food is for you because this really was a weight loss program. It was 95 degrees outside, so naturally it was 105 inside. I was wearing, you can't see it, but I was wearing black shoes, black pants, an apron. We got a tie there, a button-down shirt, a mask, and a hat at all times, and I would get yelled at if I didn't wear any of that. So seeing that I have a tie there, I got to thinking, does anyone actually know why we wear ties? Because I don't. So I did a bit of research, and it turns out that the tie was invented to keep the top of your shirt from falling apart. And I don't know about you, but my shirts have never fallen apart. I think we've conquered that by inventing buttons. So I don't know why buttons didn't come first either. That seems like a pretty easy solution. But anyways, we'll move on. Here's the McDonald's I worked at. That is a real picture of it. It's in Florham Park, New Jersey. We got some New Jerseyans around here. And for those of you wondering, yes, this is the closest McDonald's to Matt Pecker's house. That's actually a real photo of there in the car. So let's see how much customers like Matt were loving it. We got this review from Daniel. He says, food was quick, very clean inside. That's nice. Oliver says, this McDonald's in Florham Park is pretty good, especially the drive-thru. Well, thank you. I worked at the drive-thru. I like to imagine I did a good job. Damian is such a cutie and so sweet. Damian did work there. I guess it's personal preference. I didn't think it was that hot. But Sophia says, Damian. Okay. Kiara says, guy named Damian was really nice, deserves a raise. I'm starting to notice a pattern, are you? Kelly says, very good. Very love Damian. Very good love, help good very. Do these people know English? Because Lily says, Damian threw my Baja Blast at me. And that would be a pretty reasonable review if we served Baja Blast, but we're not a Taco Bell. Jayla says, your employee Damian threw in a live chicken at me instead of the chicken nuggets I asked for. Well, that's rude. Why'd they give it 5 stars? Michael says, I went the other day really sad because my brother needed a heart transplant but had no donors. Well, that's sad. Let's see how it went. Damian conformed me. And then said, hold up, I got you, and went to the back. He then proceeded to come out with his own heart in a bag? 10 out of 10 experience, and I guess the food was good as well. So far, we know that Damian is an assailant, an animal abuser, and an organ donor? Marlene says, Damian barked at me when I got to the window and started growling at me? But other than that, it was a 10 out of 10 experience. Everyone loves Damian. Sophia says, I don't know, this kid named Damian tried to stab me with a straw. Talent. But the food was good. Okay. William Shade Howell says, okay, service. Damian actually gave my grandma the Heimlich maneuver. Would have been great, but she wasn't choking at all. So I did a bit of research, and there are over 200 reviews that mention Damian, and there are only about 300 that have words. So if you're ever interested in Florham Park McDonald's, go to Google Reviews. This one's my favorite. This one's by Austin Pittman. If I could give this experience 50 stars, I would. When I heard about the myth and the legend himself, I could not resist myself to express my presence to this McDonald's. When approaching the destination in which this wonderful adventure would start, my heart was pounding and my mouth was dry. Ben Shapiro's wife's dry. From the nervousness of the event that was yet to come. When I finally grasped a hold of my unorganized emotions, I finally pulled into the drive-thru. My eyes met his, Damian's. And that's when our beautiful relationship started. I proceeded to order a 10-count spicy chicken nugget and requested them extra crispy. Damian, being the legend that he is, exercised his graceful shenanigans and clipped his toenails and threw the fungus-covered clippings onto the scorching hot grease-covered nuggets. I was ecstatic, as it had brought an amalgamation of flavors that I was not prepared to experience. This experience reminded me of when I lost my virginity to a lukewarm Hot Pocket, as it was an exquisite experience that one will never forget. Damian, if you're reading this, please call the phone number on the back of the $5 bill I gave you. So to end this off, I decided that I had to write my own. Joseph Aoun says, stopped here on my way to work last Tuesday. The man at the drive-thru, I think his name was Damian, reached through the window and ripped off my tie. This caused my shirt to come apart immediately, as the tie was no longer holding it together. Damian then threw my McDonald onto my exposed chest, slathering me in mayo and ketchup. He's a visionary. That's the only way I will eat it now. 10 out of 10 would come again. I'm Jesse Anderson. Thank you. Here's some other reviews.